This episode of Twin Speaks contains spoilers.
Hello and welcome to Twin Speaks First Watch, First Listen of the Standoff at Sparrow Creek, starring James Badge Dale, Brian Garrity, and Patrick Fischler, among others. Why are you laughing already?
Right? Nothing.
Directed and written by Henry Dunham. I'm your co-host, Pat. You can find me on Twitter at KidCombo, and I, of course, joined by my twin brother and co-host. You can find him on social media at Antimonium. It's Andrew.
You can find me on social media. That's my Michael McDonald impersonation. I was practicing before we started.
What Mike McDonald songs do you know?
Just that one.
Just that?
Just row your boat, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that Thundercat one.
Oh, I know that one too. That's the only two I know. The one that he's a feature on, and the one that he definitely does not do outside of a late night.
The rights of.
Yeah. Your voice cracked when we started.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, acknowledge that. Yeah, Patrick, that's what a voice crack sounds like.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of some preamble, but don't really have anything.
I feel like I always have to carry the preamble.
No, it's always me.
You always introduce me, and then you just stare at me.
If I'm gonna do the research, you get
okay. Fine, all right, I'll take that deal. More impressions? You got it.
Do you have any more impressions? What's your go-to impression? Is it Mike McDonald?
No, it's not. That was the first time I ever tried it.
Okay.
I can just say South Africa with a South African accent. South Africa. And that's it. South African accent is just like English, like Australian / British. But then the last word you say has to take a weird turn. So like I was going down at the car. I went to the mall. No, this isn't it. No, obviously not.
Isn't that like what New Zealand accent is? Isn't it just...
I just know Ig.
Ig from that movie
Ig.
Boy.
Boy. Ig.
That's a good movie, actually. I like that movie.
The car.
Taika Waititi. That was just pointing that out.
All right.
Boy.
Okay,
well... It's been a while since we did a review. Well, I guess you can count the album of the year as a review.
Yeah.
Movie review. What was the last one we did?
I don't know. Oh, we reviewed The Grinch. The Grinch Takes on the Easter Bunny.
What?
Yeah. That new movie that came out, live action, was a bold take. But they did it, gosh damn it. I mean, it was just 111 minutes of the Easter Bunny, like, wrestling with the Grinch. But
yeah.
That's all right. I liked it.
It was about what I paid for.
Yeah. Yeah. I paid for
Good
two
money.
mythical creatures to fight, and god damn it, I got it.
Is the Grinch a mythical creature? Easter Bunny is.
The Grinch is just a green Bigfoot.
Oh. Who loves Christmas or who hates Christmas?
Well, how do we know that
maybe
Bigfoot hates Christmas?
Deep down inside.
Maybe that's like
Isn't
a
that what we
species
learned
thing. I don't know.
Yeah, right. He's just a green version of it.
He's green Bigfoot with a heart that is far too large for his body. Or too small, depending on the day.
Depending on your disposition.
Depending on his disposition.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah. Anyway.
Well, I guess what am I to say? I gave you what I got. I came in with nothing. I delivered.
With nothing. Okay, well, the whole point of me saying that we haven't reviewed anything is that we haven't talked about music or movie news in a while. Which, to be fair, there wasn't really that much news.
No.
I think there was like a couple trailers, but that was it.
There was a lot of trailers, yeah.
We're going to talk about some news from the past week. Because there's really no point in going back and like doing stuff that we weren't even reviewing movies for. So, oh god, making that sound and then watching the wavelength on the computer, and it's just big blue blur.
Yeah.
Oh, you had some.
Here's the end.
It's like
the end. I like clicked my my tongue and it went. Anyways,
Okay.
that's gonna be great.
Anyway, there's a new trailer for the new Spider-Man movie, Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
Starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Holland, set for July 1st or 5th rather.
Brave of you to say Jake Gyllenhaal in front of Tom Holland. The
He's
movie
older.
he's
I don't know.
okay. Alphabetical was the easiest answer.
He's older.
Yeah. Okay.
Movie's Spider-Man, and I say Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Did you see that Jake Gyllenhaal, that like his first Instagram post or something?
It's just him.
Realizing.
Yeah, he's not playing Spider-Man.
Yeah. I think it's funny that he's on Instagram now. He signs a contract with Marvel and Disney, and now he has to be on Instagram. It's probably like a part of that.
Probably
is, I guess. Directed by John Watts, written by Chris McKenna and Eric Summers. The trailer looks really good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yep, I did too.
There's already like tons of theories and stuff about
Yeah.
what it's about and like what Jake Gyllenhaal, his purpose or what he's doing in the movie, I guess.
Yeah. So
Like
it takes place after Endgame.
Yes, which is like the one
weird,
thing
but
everybody
yeah.
was speculating about.
Yeah, like this movie kind of. No, I don't know if it spoils. I guess we knew that he was coming back,
Sure.
but like.
I think
it spoils Nick Fury a little bit, unless he's a Skrull or something.
Because Nick Fury seems like he has like a pretty crucial or immediate role in the new Spider-Man because he's in the trailer a lot.
Yeah, I was reading something that said that maybe Mysterio is an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, that's interesting.
But I don't know. He could just be not either. It's a trailer. Who knows?
Yeah.
The sky's the limit on theorizing.
On speculating.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
dies.
That could be.
Again.
And then that's it. The end of the series altogether. But he, the whole thing that everybody was saying that Jake Gyllenhaal looks like he plays a hero.
Yeah, I think he does.
But
I think it's like it's one of those things where like, and maybe a spoiler, but like it seems like he's classic Mysterio, and he wants everybody to think he's a hero, so he comes up with this like, because he's a visual effects guy and stunt guy,
and
he's the character is
it look like he's saving people.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think is probably the lead. I mean, if you're like familiar,
I
with
think
that
everybody
character
thinks that. That's not like that's not like a hot take on him.
Every single video and every single podcast.
Everybody's like,
too. But it looks really good. I'm excited for that movie.
Yeah, I am too.
July 5th.
Yeah, we don't really get to see the stealth costume. That's kind of been like
very brief.
Do you? I don't think you do.
The black one?
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
They show him with like the goggles on, and then that's it.
Sweet. That's sweet. Okay.
But that's it.
I don't remember that. All right. Sweet.
You don't get like a full view of it.
Well, yeah, I don't think I can give that away.
But it looks cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. The new trailer for John Wick, Chapter 3.
Yeah.
Parabellum.
Just John Wick doing
John Wick things.
John Wick things.
But like more
He's killing
extreme
people
John
with
Wick
the
things.
book. He's riding a horse.
Oh yeah, that one.
He's using a gun and he's throwing it.
Like a star.
Yeah, he's doing everything but shoot people in this.
Pretty much. And then Halle Berry.
No, he definitely shoots. Wait, you crazy? Like he kills people with a gun. I don't think he uses a single bullet.
Wait, did he even have a gun?
Did he even run? That's Keanu Reeves. That's not Keanu Reeves thing. Who runs? Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
That's it.
Runs, yeah.
They're both black haired.
Oh. Not the same height though.
I'm allowed to say that. I have black hair.
Yeah.
You don't. It's clearly hot inferno orange.
Hot orange.
Hot inferno orange.
My hair's in a constant state of being on fire. I'm like,
that's ridiculous.
What's that guy's name from the Incredibles movie? Syndrome. That's what my hair looks like.
I thought you were gonna say Carrot Top.
From the
yeah. Yeah.
This trailer looks really good. You see Halle Berry in it.
Yeah, and it sounds so must be like,
and she talks in it too. So
she talks in it, so that's always good.
Yep.
Well, she's a good actor. She just she just fell off the face of the earth after Catwoman.
Because she kind of did shit movies, and then
and she got kind of. I think the contract would. I mean, she probably didn't have to work that much after she was doing Storm. So like.
Oh yeah, right.
Which I'm assuming she was getting big bucks for.
I think so, probably. She was like decent in that too. But anyway, she's in this and she looks pretty good. A lot of the same characters it looks like are in this too.
Yeah, love it.
the whole plot looks like maybe it revolves around
the end of the second one
Yeah.
when the hit goes out for him.
Yeah, because he's like counting down at one point.
Yeah, because he's not allowed to like get any help from people that operate inside that like Hitman's Guild.
Yeah.
So that's why I think he's waiting.
So it looks like all of a sudden there's a hit out for him, and then he has to fight everybody off.
Yeah,
And,
probably.
like,
and I think the only reason Halle Berry isn't in it, unless she like, I don't know, turns on him, is because she's not in it anymore.
It sounded like she was like retired or was like gone somewhere or something.
Maybe.
But it looks pretty good. It looks
cool.
like more John Wick than the last John Wick movies.
No.
Yeah, because he's like on a horse and he's like fighting people off like who are trying to cut him with swords on motorbikes.
Oh, I see.
And, like,
okay. Just different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it sort of just goes farther. Like they sort of just keep going with
Yeah,
it,
they have to though.
which I like.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Do you think this is gonna be the last one?
I don't know, because maybe, I don't know. I feel like they could do these could be like Jack Reacher or something. You know, like
right.
these
Or
are just
Mission
action
Impossible.
movies that they could just continue to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mission Impossible I think might be a better
Just
example.
have different directors come in.
Well, yes and no. I don't know if you could, because what makes this movie so great is that like it's that director,
Yeah.
because he has such like a unique take on like the whole action scene.
And it's
is in
very
frame.
stylized as well.
Yeah, and like Atomic Blonde, same guy.
Yeah.
And like that was great, and it uses a lot of the same stuff. So like
Yeah.
if they do stuff, if it's a director that has a similar style, yeah. But I don't know if, like, I think what makes these movies so great is that take on it.
Sure. And because like I guess comparing it to like other action movies like Jack Reacher and Mission Impossible, where they are less stylized, except for maybe like the
Well, Jack Reacher, yeah, is the most,
except for maybe
boring.
like the J.J. Abrams ones. Like
Yeah,
that's
he
pretty-
didn't do Jack Reacher.
No, he did Mission
Mission
Impossible.
Impossible, right.
But these movies are fairly stylized. Like they follow sort of the same
Yeah,
points, and you know, like if you didn't have the same director or the stunt coordinator or even the writer, like that dialogue is, I think you know what you're gonna get with the John Wick dialogue before the movie even comes out.
yeah, exactly.
It's like there's not much substance.
No,
It's just
and
like
that's
very
fine. And I think
straightforward,
that's
and
okay.
that's not what you're watching that movie for.
No, exactly.
But other than that, this movie looks really good.
Cool. Yeah,
I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, same.
Uh,
I'm still gonna see it. Like it's John Wick doing John Wick stuff, but like that's enticing. Like
Yeah.
that's appealing
Because
to
like
me.
the
Yeah.
last two were amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is definitely like on the top of lists for anticipated movies.
Action movies for sure.
Action movies, yeah.
Yeah.
New trailer for High Life, the new A24 movie.
Yeah. This is wild.
Directed by Claire Denis, starring Robert Pattinson, Juliette Binoche. I think I said that right, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Andre 3000 and
I know. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that. And then, of course, he's next to the weed plant.
Yeah,
I
which
thought
I
that
thought was
too. I
funny.
was like, awesome.
So this movie looks insane. It's pretty weird.
yeah.
I'm excited for it because it looks pretty different. But I mean, she wrote it. Claire Denis wrote it. But the trailer is just pretty weird.
It's really weird. It's really eerie.
Apparently, because it's already been screened at different festivals and stuff, and some people, I was reading like comments and stuff about people who had seen it and said that it was a very squirmy movie. Like a lot of stuff kind of.
That's how the trailer seems, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you sort of feel uncomfortable through almost the entire thing, and she kind of like plays with that, I guess.
The baby talking is the most like unnerving part of that, especially near the end of the trailer. It gets really weird.
Yeah, this movie looks good, and I'm
It's one of these ones
anxious
where
about
like,
seeing it. 'Cause
yeah,
I think it'll
so
be
too.
good, but I'm also like not looking. Like I'm almost not looking forward to seeing it because
Yeah.
I know it's going to be like a squirmy movie.
Yeah.
But I am excited about it.
Yep. Same.
It looks very stylized.
I think that's the same as that. I want to see it and I will see it, but I'm not. I don't know. Like I think I'm like
Yeah.
apprehensive to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Good Times, that other Robert Pattinson one,
Right.
which is a great movie.
Similar thing though.
It's a very similar thing. Like the trailer was like very kind of squirmy, and you sort of knew what was going to happen, but didn't really want to go through. Yeah, so I'm really excited about this. I think it looks really cool. Like the cinematography seems really interesting, and yeah, I think that'll be a cool movie. New trailer. Did you see this one for High Flying Bird, the new Netflix movie?
Yeah, this looks really good. I really
right?
want to see this. So this is the same. This is what's his face from. He did Logan Lucky and Ocean's 11. Soderbergh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
I
Soderbergh.
love his movies, and that's so like up my alley.
And it's
this
filmed-
looks like the exact same thing, and like
Yeah.
it really does. It looks so like self-contained,
Yeah.
and I love the way it looks. And I like him. The kid from American Vandal season 2 is in it.
Oh yeah.
So like this looks good. I'll watch this. Like, and it's on Netflix, so like sick.
Yeah. I think the style that it's shot is kind of interesting. I can't really recall a different movie where it's looked like this.
And an angle, like a 45-degree angle, and
on
like close
every
up.
shot,
Yeah.
But it looks really interesting. Like all the acting in it seemed amazing.
Yeah.
So I think this will be an underrated movie.
Yeah. Is Izzy Beats in this? I can't remember.
Don't
if she
remember
was or not.
actually.
Yeah.
I think she was. I think she's like in all the scenes where the kid is in, who he's like an NBA star, I think, and there's like a lockout or something.
Yeah.
And then
He's like a 2B.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Kyle MacLachlan, Izzy Beats, Caleb MacLachlan, who is from Stranger Things.
Yep.
Andre Holland, Zachary Quinto, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really cool. I'm excited for this.
I think we'll probably end up reviewing this one because it's on Netflix and it looks really cool.
Comes out this month too, which I think. So I don't know.
I mean,
when.
that's the one cool thing with Netflix is like they make a trailer for a movie and then it's out, in a month or something. Like Velvet Buzzsaw is out.
Oh, February 8th. By Netflix.
Okay, well, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah. I mean, Velvet Buzzsaw is like this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks really good. I'm actually really excited about this one. I think it'll be kind of cool. Then the other new trailer for The Man Who Killed Hitler and then Bigfoot.
Yeah.
We were just talking about this before we started recording, but
This trailer looks like literally just like an old dude that's been asked to hunt Bigfoot because he's the guy that killed Hitler.
yeah.
And from what I've read, like that's not what it is.
Even the trailer.
The trailer makes it look like that, but they kind of hint really, really briefly that it's more like an old dude that's battling with PTSD.
Yes. Who has gone through a lot of heavy stuff. Who's kind of
like doesn't have a family and like goes through that stuff more than it goes through the other stuff. But I love the idea that Bigfoot is real and that he needs to be killed because he's like a carrier of some pathogen.
Yeah.
Sick.
This looks interesting.
Interesting
and I
concept.
love what's his face? I always forget his name. Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
I really like him. I think he's a
Also
cool
seems
guy
like it's Sam Elliott not playing Sam Elliott too, which actually was kind of like
which is nice.
Although like it's Sam Elliott not playing Sam Elliott, but with like an asterisk because it's kind of Sam Elliott.
Yeah, because it kind of seems like a movie he would be in.
Yeah.
This looks cool.
Yeah, I'm
into it.
Yeah.
Directed by Robert D. Krzyzkowski and starring Sam Elliott, like we said, Aidan Turner, and Caitlin Fitzgerald. Oh, I forgot to write down when it comes out, but I think it's out soon, actually.
All these movies are. I feel like there's so many like front-loaded movies.
There's already a bunch of reviews for it, so I'm assuming it's coming out maybe in a week or something. But I think last time I checked, it had like 27 reviews, and it was like 85% or something like that positive reviews. So
February 8th.
Oh yeah, okay, pretty close.
Yeah,
I think it looks pretty good. I think,
85.
That'll be like a cool, underrated,
it's kind of different.
underrated movie. Maybe a lot of people won't see that one, but
Ron Livingston's in it.
Yeah,
sweet.
I think he's in the trailer briefly.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Okay. So Georgia and I watched the new Nancy Drew trailer. Did you see that one?
No.
Okay, it looks like shit.
Is it live action?
Yeah.
Who plays Nancy Drew?
The girl from It, the redheaded girl.
Oh, okay.
Who I forgot what her name is, but she's in it. But it's like it's like a modern it's like a modern Nancy Drew, but she's like riding a skateboard.
Oh, sick.
And she's like
she's a cool detective who
Yeah,
doesn't
but
care
she's
what
like-
people think of her.
and she's like
Hang loose.
anti-authority and
Yeah,
like
sick. So
it's
she's a
just-
Bart Simpson of
Yeah, she
yeah.
actually totally looks like a female Bart Simpson.
Sweet.
Which is not wait. Nancy Drew as.
I think that's exactly what Nancy
Did you want
Drew
to say
is.
something about it?
Okay, should I come up with it?
Yeah, you should come closer.
I appreciate the attempt to modernize her because I think that it's a really old franchise and like the 1940s, 1950s era.
Here, hold on. Let me move the mic.
Nancy Drew isn't, as relatable for.
It's not as sexy, and that's why they made a female Bart Simpson.
And I think it's cute. Like they made her kind of like alternative. She's like riding her skateboard around, but it's just not Nancy Drew. Like the cool thing about Nancy Drew and what they did like really well in the Emma Roberts movie was that they harkened back to like the tradition of Nancy Drew, and this just ain't it. I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah.
Such a Nancy Drew purist.
She is, yeah. She 100% is.
I grew up reading it too, so and I love that Emma Roberts movie. So, anyways,
Have you seen the Emma Roberts movie?
No. Does it seem like a movie I've seen?
No.
Do I just scream Nancy Drew fan?
We played the Nancy Drew games, and actually they're kind of fun. They're like weird puzzle games.
Shout out to Her Interactive.
Yeah, Her Interactive. Shout out. Yeah, the trailer looks like bullshit, man. It looks shitty. Okay, moving on. New teaser trailer for Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah.
Which
I didn't actually watch this.
Well, there's nothing to watch.
No, it's just the
it's like it shows the car and it's like in a barn or something. But
Yeah.
you said you had read a theory or something that you were telling me about what the movie's going to be about.
All right, nope.
It was like about the kids and the kids like stumble onto it.
Did you mistake me for somebody else? I don't
No,
remember
you
this at
definitely
all.
told me this.
I don't remember this.
I think it was in the car.
I
you
said
that,
that Dan Aykroyd's like writing this one.
Yeah, but and I think Jason Reitman's like directing it. I think that's what I read.
Oh.
But it sounded like there was like a theory. I don't know if you said this or not, but it was like the
Was it you?
kids-
Did you look in the mirror? You said this?
No, I was like talking to myself.
That's a good point, Andrew. Wink.
Wink. No, it was like the kids of the Ghostbusters.
Oh, I
end
heard
up
this on the radio.
going into like the barn or something where this car is, and then they find it, and then they find all the equipment or whatever. But it's like been years or something, like in the style of It. I think.
Oh, okay. So it's like horror-ish then.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if that was just,
all
like,
I know is that
someone's
like
theory or
it
if
seemed
that's-
like all the original cast was involved. Like one of the producers said this or something.
Yeah, and then some. I mean, like the trailer.
It's been disputed a lot because it sounded like somebody that wasn't supposed to say that said that.
Well, then like the teaser trailer is like on fucking ET's, like Entertainment Tonight's YouTube page, and like their logo takes up like a quarter of the
That
screen.
sounds unusual though. Like
Yeah, but it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing's stupid, and it just says Bill Murray's name in it, but he's not even in the trailer. Like,
oh, weird.
nah,
Yeah.
it's fucking stupid. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention that because that's apparently
still
happening.
see it.
So yeah. Okay, so that was pretty much all the trailers. I think there was maybe a couple more, but Sofia Coppola and Bill Murray are reuniting for an A24 and Apple feature.
Oh, interesting.
So Apple is like teaming up with A24. It sounded
I
like.
got that when you said it the first time, but
Well, when I read it, it said A24 Apple
A24
feature.
and Apple. I think that means that Apple is doing something
When
with
I
A24.
read it, I thought it was like they were talking about like the movie being about an apple, and I didn't realize that it was like
No,
whatever.
you did not.
because it said A24 dash.
That's a joke I
Apple.
would make. How dare you?
Rashida Jones is in it too. It says that she will star in the movie that follows a young mother who reconnects with her larger-than-life Playboy father on an adventure through New York. On
Does
the
Bill
rocks.
Murray play the Playboy father?
It must, yeah. Which is like
better
is he a
than-
little old.
That's better than John Lithgow playing the Playboy father in the third Pitch Perfect movie. Wait, John Lithgow with an Australian accent.
Do it.
John Lithgow with an Australian
Yeah.
accent. Crikey, mate. Boy, that's a lot of girls I'd like to hang out with. Mate. John Lithgow, Australian accent.
Done. I wanted you to do it where you pretended you were Fraser, and you got John Lithgow and
Kelsey Grammer mixed
up.
They are the same person.
Oi, I'm Fraser. Oh, no,
Oh, you're British.
Yeah, I'm British.
Oi.
Okay, anyway, it says it's going to be called On the Rocks. And that's all we know about it.
A24?
Yeah.
An
So
apple?
it'll be good. And it'll be weird, probably.
Well, Apple's in it, though, so, like...
Yeah, I guess it can't be that weird. But,
it'll be moderately to less weird.
Because if it's like... Because they both obviously did Lost in Translation, which is an amazing movie. So it'll be kind of neat to see if maybe they get back to that kind of euphoric or, like, cathartic kind of style, I guess.
Yeah, it's quite...
We just watched The Beguiled.
What?
Which came out 2 years ago in
What's it called?
2017. The Beguiled. That's that one with, it has like Nicole Kidman in it and what's his face? Colin Farrell and like Kristen Dunst and Eli Fanning.
Oh.
Elle Fanning? Whatever. I fucking couldn't remember her name. Eli Fanning. But it's like during the Civil War. And they're like in a house, and it's like a school for girls.
Oh,
and
cool.
then Colin Farrell like shows up at the school.
This is the most your voice has ever cracked in a 45 minutes.
Yeah,
span.
I don't think I've had enough water.
This is insane.
Because my voice just keeps cracking.
But you're really fighting through it, so good for you.
Yeah, thanks. Anything for the show.
Yeah, right? He's
Um,
putting his body on the line.
but that was directed by Sofia Coppola, and it was really good. Actually, I really liked it. The trailer makes the movie. This is kind of a side note, obviously, but the trailer makes it seem a lot darker and more horror
Oh, cool.
than the movie
there is-
actually is.
Oh, I see.
The movie was like really good, but it was not what I sort of expected it to be.
Cool.
Anyway,
Sofia Coppola.
Sophia, yeah, I really like her. So.
Heir to the Coppola family fortune. Behind Nick Cage.
Yeah, right.
That's a movie.
No, that would be good. If that was like an
Won't.
autobiography. Yeah. The Dune cast continues to grow with.
I feel like they're just casting like all the
awesome
like
people.
famous or like the actors that film nerds like.
Yeah, big time.
Like that's all it is. Like you look at any film forum, they're all like Dave Bautista is criminally underrated, and
Yeah,
that's
he's
why
not
they're
underrated.
like, do it.
Yeah, he's not underrated anymore if he's like in every Villeneuve movie.
There's two.
Yeah, he's gonna be in 2. Not underrated anymore.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. That's
But
just the limit.
anyway, Dave Bautista, Rebecca Ferguson, Stellan Skarsgård, heir to the Skarsgård fortune.
No, he is the Skarsgård
Yeah, that's
fortune.
right. I guess he's not the heir. Yeah.
No, he's the head of the Skarsgård
yeah.
fortune.
And then Timothy Chalamet is gonna be in.
I'm not
reboot.
convinced you ever say that name right.
No, I always say it really fast.
Just so nobody
Chalamet.
would notice.
Chalamet.
I say the same thing with Mahershala Ali. Actually, I said it right.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just said it right there. He's giving us the finger.
No, I didn't.
But that movie is set to start filming in the spring. I think it's supposed to come out in 2020, like early 2020.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're filming it in Budapest and Jordan,
Cool.
and then it's being written by Villeneuve and Eric Roth and John Spites. Spates? I don't know. There's a lot of weird letters in that name. Spaihts.
Oh. There was a lot of letters I didn't expect to hear.
Yeah. Not too bad. Anyway, that
Wow.
I,
Well,
I'm
you
excited
can't
about it.
say that
Shut
about
up.
your own pronunciation. On a word we don't know if that's pronounced right.
Yeah. That's part of the fun of this podcast is not
Yeah.
looking up how to say people's name, except for Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, that's the only one
This
that we
is like
looked up.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah, and that one.
Fuck yeah.
Those are
Chiwetel
the only
Ejiofor.
2 names I think we've looked up. Because
That
we
is
like,
Chiwetel Ejiofor is the only name I've ever looked up, and it was the Google there was the YouTube of it. And it's
Oh, yeah.
literally just like Google saying it.
yeah.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
I remember
Now when I
you
pull that at
started
parties,
saying
yeah,
it, and then you would just said it over and over.
yeah, that's how you get good at it. Yeah. Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's a new Netflix movie coming up called The Devil All the Time, which directed by Antonio Campos and written by Antonio and Paulo Campos. But it stars Chris Evans, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Bill Skarsgård, Mia Wasikowska, and Eliza Scollin. Like a crazy cast.
Yeah.
There's like no synopsis for it yet.
Yeah.
But there was like a tweet, and I think the tweet got deleted, but it basically made it sound like it was going to be True Detective in a movie form.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool, because I want to see Chris Evans as a detective.
Yeah, it'd be sweet.
Yeah.
He grows a mustache. Didn't he have a mustache for a movie for a while there?
Yeah.
And like a high top.
Yeah,
haircut?
what's that one movie where they're like Jeffrey Dean Morgan's in it too?
That's The Losers. He didn't have that in that.
Oh, I thought he did.
No, because that movie ruled too. I don't think it did very well, but like
No,
I
I kind of like that movie.
Yeah.
But this sounds cool. That's a crazy cast. So I mean, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
Purely based on the cast list.
I don't
That'd
know
be cool.
what movie.
Are you
he
looking
was
it
in.
up?
Yeah, I'm looking up why he had that haircut and the creepy mustache.
Was he like a police officer or something?
Well, that is the most stereotypical looking police.
Well, because I kind of remember the movie you're talking about, but
I don't know.
anyway. Well, oh, I forgot to look up this Weezer chart thing. Okay, wait, one sec. Okay, I saw this thing about the M. Night Shyamalan movies, and someone compared them to, and I gotta find it because they compared every M. Night Shyamalan movie to every Weezer album. Like, okay, wait.
I just looked it up. Apparently, he had the mustache for a Kenny Lonergan play.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah, I remember seeing those pictures too. Damn it, I can't find it. It was on Twitter too, and I found, and someone like tweeted it, and it was like every one of the, and Split was the White Album because like both of them were okay. Oh man, I really wish I could find it. Anyway, so someone compared this list. If you can find it, whatever, send it to me. But I was just going to say the news thing about him personally financing. So M. Night Shyamalan personally financed the entire $20 million budget for Glass.
Whoa.
The same as he did for Split.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. But
Which
that's
I
like
didn't realize he did that for Split.
Yeah, it's a deal that he made that it puts more onus on the filmmaker than the studio, and that's why the studio will take it on basically.
Oh, interesting.
I think I might have that backwards, but like yeah,
and
as far
maybe
as
he
I
gets
know.
like full control or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Which is funny because obviously Glass is getting kind of crappy reviews.
Yeah, but Split did so well.
Split did really well.
Yeah,
but Glass is getting shitty reviews, so you can almost say that like it was like to his detriment.
No, I don't think
that
so.
He gets full control.
I don't know. I just don't. I think he's the definition of an average director.
Yeah, who had
like he has some good movies, and when they're good, they're good. When they're bad, they're okay.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, because like I think the movies that he does that are great are great. Split's great. Glass, it's fine, and I think that's just how he is.
Yeah, I think
because he's done enough movies where like you can make that consensus.
Yeah,
now.
I still want to see Glass.
Yeah, same.
We should see it tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, so I just wanted to say that he had financed his entire movie. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
good for him.
Well, he's got the money.
Yeah. New image for the comedy thriller Villains, starring Bill Skarsgård, Micah Monroe, Jeffrey Donovan, and Kyra Sedgwick.
This is the dumbest image.
Yeah, it was stupid.
They're like sitting down back to back, and I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to get out of this?
Yeah, and they're like,
the only thing I got is that Bill Skarsgård still looks like a psychopath. Yeah, he looks terrifying. All I know is that he's still the least handsome Skarsgård. It's true.
You know, that makes me wish that there was a quote unquote ugly. Fuck, I forgot their last name now.
Skarsgård?
No, what's the Thor? What's his name again?
Hemsworth.
Yeah, I wish there was an ugly Hemsworth brother.
Even
there's
the
an
ugliest
oldest one.
Even the ugliest Hemsworth is still a
Pretty
better
good
looking. Even he's more attractive than the. I will say he's the more attractive Skarsgård.
No.
The ugliest Hemsworth is the most attractive Skarsgård.
We need to draw this up. Conversion. Attractiveness to Skarsgård. I only wanted to bring this up to say how stupid it looked. I like Bill Skarsgård. I think he's a good actor, but like, what am I supposed to do with this
What else
image?
have you seen him
Why?
in though? Yeah, get fucked.
I think he was good in it. That's all I can remember.
That is
To be honest.
unfair.
Yeah,
good as, like,
everybody thinks that he's good in it. That's
Crazy
so-
person.
Yeah, great.
What are you trying to
He's
do?
just
Huh?
in break- no.
What are you undermining me right now?
No, I'm
Come
trying
on.
to stump this podcast. I am out.
Silence.
This is just Pat Peaks. That's all it's called anymore.
Sounds like Pat Peas.
That's intentional.
This is an hour of you, me in the
Of
bathroom.
you, not me.
I said me.
You said me first, and then you said you.
No, whatever. I don't care. This is stupid. Moving on. Christopher McQuarrie closes deal to direct back-to-back Mission Impossible films.
I don't know if this is good or bad.
This is good. I like the new one.
Yeah, the good. Yeah, but like
That was him.
to do. Yeah, okay.
That was
yeah.
him. He did that one. Yeah, hey, Andrew.
He directed that
Andrew?
movie. Hey, that movie. The movie he's gonna do 2 more of. He did the first one. Yeah, I get it. All right. Yeah, fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. It's just like that's great.
There's a rumor that it's going to be the last two.
Oh, okay.
That
Crazy.
because it comes out next year and then
How
the
many
year
is
after.
that? 12? No. Shit, that's a
10?
lot. I don't know.
I can't
What was
remember
this
now.
one?
8th? I thought this was the 8th.
We're guessing.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I'm guessing based on what I've heard other people say.
Oh, great. That's the best way to spread information.
Rumors.
Rumors and speculation.
Yeah. So just that he closed the deal on doing the next two,
Right.
but that apparently could be the last two,
Crazy.
which would be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Edgar Wright's next film is going to be a Soho set psychological horror movie inspired by Don't Look Now and Repulsion.
Cool.
So it said that the only details are that it's set in London and Soho and stars a female lead.
The other thing I read was that he was also working on the Baby Driver 2 draft. Like he
Yeah.
has a draft of Baby Driver 2.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw
great.
that too. It was like in the same article.
Yeah.
Like, oh, by the way, he's also working on this.
Yeah.
But this is going to be written by Christy Wilson Cairns, who I looked up her.
Oh, he isn't writing this one?
No, but I looked up his IMDb and her IMDb and I didn't really recognize it. Was like a bunch of short films, so I'm not sure, but that's kind of cool.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
And then I think the last bit of news here is that Paul Schrader's next movie, who did First Reformed,
Yeah.
is going to be with Ethan Hawke
It's a
and
fucking
Willem Dafoe.
Western. Hell
and
yeah.
It's a Western.
Yeah. Willem Dafoe needs to be more Westerns.
Yeah.
And Ethan Hawke. He was in Magnificent Seven.
I like that movie. Georgia made fun of it the entire time.
Did you like that movie? He liked it a lot.
Okay.
Seinfeld.
Oh, one of your impressions.
Oh, my
That I
impression.
keep hearing about.
Yeah. I can do the Kramer
it
hand
was
too.
terrible.
Yeah, it was
That's a
terrible.
bad Seinfeld one.
Don't make fun of my impression.
Oh, it's getting worse.
Maybe it's intentionally worse. I can do the Kramer hand too.
There's no way of verifying that.
No,
We'll do
just
one-
believe that it's really
One
good.
single video format, and it'll be you doing the Kramer hand, and then
I've had it up to you, Jerry.
all right. I think that's it for news.
Oh, there you're turning me loose.
So yeah, do you want to get to the movie then? So spoilers, I guess. So this is for the Standoff at Sparrow Creek, starring James Badge Dale, Brian Garrity, and Patrick. Oh my God, my
Are you
fucking
doing this
voice,
intentionally?
man. No, not.
Oh my god.
Directed by and written by Henry Dunham.
Yeah.
This was a cool movie.
Yeah.
So this is okay.
This
So
is
let's,
so much more birds than I thought were going to be in this.
you were in there thinking about that, weren't you?
No, I don't think about any of this before I actually sit down and we start talking.
Yeah, that's apparent. Oh,
Yeah, well, it works for me. Okay, my entire life is by the seat of my pants.
seam of your pants?
Yeah,
Seat of your pants.
seam of my pants. All of my pants are ripped right now.
They're all seamless.
I don't know why you said seamless and I mouthed less of that word like I just did. You said seam. I was like less. I'm all like the entire word is mouth back to you. I picked a weird part of it.
Okay.
Less. Continue.
Okay. All right.
I'm not trying to rush you. I'm just.
Okay. So this Standoff at Sparrow Creek, Andrew already used his best joke, so we can get into review of it. So this movie is about there's like a bunch of militia groups. It sounds like.
Yeah.
And it's in
So this one's about one militia group.
Yeah,
initially.
this one's about one single militia groups.
Again, made
group,
of birds.
sorry. And what? And it sounds like there's like a police attack at like a funeral for a police officer, and someone shoots it up the funeral
with an AR-15.
With an AR-15, and then we see the movie from the lens of the one militia group meeting back at their base.
So Gannon. So we see it through Gannon, who's like the lead character in this. So he's the only one we know.
Yeah. Who didn't do it.
Yeah, because when they get back to their meeting place, which is an old lumber yard.
Yep.
They're like counting through their shit and like cleaning everything up and like getting all this shit out of here because they know that as soon as they start checking militia groups, because they will, they're going to come to them and they need to make sure that there's nothing there so they are clean. But then they go through this stuff and they realize one of the AR-15s is missing.
Yes.
And they immediately go, well, it's got to be one of us. So then the
turns
entire movie is
into-
just an interrogation movie.
And who done it, really?
Who done it? Classic who done it?
Do you ever see 12 Angry Men?
No.
That's that really old movie, and it's like about...
Are you going to edit out my pause?
No.
Okay, good.
Anyway, the whole movie is like them trying to figure out how to... Well, okay, so the whole thing is like they're a jury, and they're just trying to figure out whether to charge the person or not, but it's like based on the ethics of charging someone who they don't know if they have like the actual evidence to charge them for. That's what this movie reminded me of. I could not remember the title of this movie, and I was like, oh, I feel like I've seen this before. But anyway, so the whole thing is like they're trying to figure out and trying to pin it on someone so that the rest of them can be safe.
Yeah,
Because
sort of
if
like
the
a mix
police-
between that. So they were like, they're trying to figure out who did it, but then at the same time they're just trying to figure out who they can pin it on.
Yes, because
the main character is a former cop.
Yes, and then we find out that another character in their militia group, another person, is an undercover cop.
And we find out pretty early, and the only one that knows is Gannon, who is the other ex-cop. Yeah.
This is a really good movie.
This is such a good way. This movie is so driven by dialogue. The entire movie is just dialogue.
Oh my god! But the dialogue is so well done.
It's quick. It's witty. It's also like snappy. It's like everything you want out of a movie where like it's a bunch of these types of guys. Would be chatting. Like it's all very believable. It's all stuff that they would say. And then when you start like uncovering all of what so many of these characters are and how like really they're all a little bit fucked up.
Yeah, they all have a
outside
weird
of
background.
maybe like the handful that they don't really interrogate.
Yes,
you realize, oh, okay, this is why they want to pin it on somebody because like it's too easy for them to pin it on somebody.
Yeah, because
so,
they're
like,
all a little bit unstable and they all have access to guns.
Yeah, but holy crap, there's no music in this.
No,
the setting is this. One thing I liked about the setting, and we had kind of talked about it before, is that like. It's a lumber yard, or it's like an old lumber mill.
Yes.
Sort of. Lumber yard? No, lumber yard.
Yeah, I think so, lumber yard.
And like, you know what a lumber yard looks like if you've ever been to Lowe's or Home Depot. But like, one of the nice things I liked about this is that they can be creative about what's in the lumber yard.
Yeah.
They don't outright say it's abandoned because there's still wood on the walls. But you go to the basement, it looks abandoned. You go upstairs, parts of it look abandoned. Like there's... They had sort of like enough freedom, and they kind of like you get to see certain parts of it, but they still play with what is there or what can be there, and they go, oh, actually, there's a room where they have all these radios and shit set up.
Well, and then to your point, like they go into like the basement or whatever wherever the first place that they interrogate the big guy.
Yeah, Morris,
and they just like pull a big tub out one guy who showed up there was hunting, so he had a deer in the back of his truck. They pull the deer in and they just start like disintegrating it.
Yeah, they like pour ammonia on it or something.
And it's like, oh yeah, that's fine. That makes sense.
Yeah, because they would have the chemicals because they kind of even like go through that. Like they show you that stuff is on the wall, and that's not necessarily because of the militia. That's just because of where they are.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that made it so much more interesting because that's not where movies are set.
Yeah.
So you sort of like are looking around in some of these things, and you're going like, oh shit, this is kind of fucked up looking.
And it added
but that
the
plays
intensity
into it. Yeah, totally.
I think the dialogue in this movie reminded me a lot of a Sorkin movie. Like the dialogue was similar to that of like The Social Network.
Yeah, totally. That snappy, quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the writing also reminded me of like Hell or High Water.
Yeah.
What's his name? Sheridan or
Taylor Sheridan. Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. Like it had the intensity without going too far or like I honestly can't remember a part where I felt like I was like, oh, this is dragging on a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it all felt necessary.
Yeah, it did. And this is a short movie too.
Yeah, it's a short movie. It's only like an hour and a half.
It's less than an hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so much of this, I think what got me to is that like in all of the interrogation stuff, like the one where he's interrogating Keating.
Yeah.
And Keating then starts talking, who apparently is a mute.
Yeah, they think he's a mute, and
but
then
he just like didn't really want
they kind
to
of
say
snap
anything.
at him. Yeah, and then he starts talking.
That whole interrogation scene where Keating's telling him what things won't work, and then when they finally get to what does work, he doesn't say anything. And I thought that was such a nice, like a little like such a good note for
it's
that
a very
thing.
small
it's like
detail that definitely works with the character. Yeah.
And like that is so great because you can hear him changing the way that he's interrogating Keating like throughout the entire thing. And he's doing it so quickly.
Yeah.
And he's like approaching it one way, and then he changes it, then he changes it again, and then Keating calls him on it, and then he changes it again, and calls him on it again, and then he finally finds something that somewhat works.
Yeah.
And he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
And just reacts. And it's during like a story that he's talking about, which ends up like sort of foreshadowing the rest of the movie.
Yes.
But the ending, I didn't expect that.
Yes.
I was expecting more than one character to... So they sort of like ham-fistedly say... Or they make it seem like 3 of them did it. They make it look like 4 did it. They make it look like...
Morris.
No, Morris came after.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So Keating and... I can't remember the other guy's name. The dorky one. The one that was the radio guy.
Honestly, I don't even remember what his name was.
Yeah, anyways. They make it look like those 3 guys did it, and then Morris came after, and you're like, okay, well, the 4 of them did it.
Yeah.
And you find out that it's not them, and it's the... Well, you find out that the brother of Gannon, Noah, the undercover cop...
So this, if you're really interested in seeing this movie, skip this part, because the ending is pretty great.
Well, honestly, they shouldn't be listening to this at all.
Yeah, I guess
But
so.
yeah, like, it's bananas, like, how... They're like, yeah, we faked the entire thing, and like we just shot propane tanks, and we even faked the radio part.
Yeah,
that maybe is the only part where I was sitting in bed after going like, you do have to suspend the disbelief that all 5 or 6 of them would not 5 of them, I guess, not counting Noah, would listen to the same radio station that was being broadcast by the police.
Yeah.
And wouldn't, I guess because it was early in the morning, wouldn't flip on a TV or see anything else, you know? Like, they would come straight there. And, like, they do allude to that's the case. I came straight here. I came straight here once I heard. Okay, great. But chances are pretty slim that that's going to be the case. Having said that, like, it's still so well done. Like, the little quick flashbacks, they're like, holy shit, like, they made all of this up.
I guess to that, though... They're a militia group, so their whole entire existence as a group is based on stuff happening through a police radio. So chances are they probably are listening to the police radio.
And they do say that too.
Looking for action to do something.
They do say that they were listening to the police radio.
Yeah.
And like even later when they're listening to the radio, it's through the police radio.
Exactly, yeah. And they're like, and the whole, I think it was like such a creative idea too, where you then find out that they're being fed information, that they're being fed false information, and then they come outside and the police are all just parked outside and stuff. Like,
yeah, but even then you don't even realize that that's the case. Like,
no, you're like, oh,
because you're like, oh shit, like the police found them because of the phone or something.
Yeah, or Noah tipped them off or something.
Exactly. And then to realize that Noah just did tip them off and Noah's behind everything and they're just going to let Gannon go. And then Gannon eventually like rejoins the force, it seems like.
It seems like they're like waiting for him. They're like, are you coming? We can
And
use
he
your
kind of
help.
looks like he just goes. I thought he was going to shoot himself.
I thought so too. I
'Cause he
really
kinda alluded
liked
to that.
his little story where the one that kind of heavily alluded to
The foreshadowing part. Yeah.
the story where he's like in a bike gang or white supremacist thing and they're like undercover and then they have to like pin it on someone so that they can save or
They do not pin it on somebody. They have to kill. They have to get one of their own killed, blame it on that group.
Yeah,
the
that's
white
what I mean.
supremacists,
Pin it
and
on the
then
other
say
group.
like, see, we have to go in. They're killing us.
that was such a well done because it's like you don't get a lot of like past stuff, so of them doing like, oh, this is what happened or whatever. That's like the only part of that whole movie where you get just
Sort
a
of background
little bit
information.
of background.
You do get a
vision.
little bit more from like during the interrogation stuff.
A little bit, but more told through. They're like telling stories and stuff.
It's okay.
What?
I said that's okay. Like that's
Oh yeah,
part.
no, I'm not like discounting. I'm just saying I like that they saved it.
Oh, I
And then
got
they went,
it.
okay, now we're gonna do it here because we really need to put some weight on this story.
Oh, I got
It
what
wasn't
you're
just them
saying.
being like,
it's not exposition. You're
yeah,
saying.
because then they're
Okay.
not just telling it, and you just sort of like go, okay, well, I don't know.
No, they're
what he
using
said.
like anecdotes to like, and then what I like too is that you as the viewer, like watching this basically through Gannon,
Yeah.
are able to identify the spots where they're lying.
Yes.
Keating lies, Morris lies.
Yeah.
Like you sort of are immediately like, right, okay. Even Noah too, like you don't know that he's not lying, or that he's lying.
But you figure he's hiding something.
You figure he's hiding something because he seems kind of sketchy, and then you
Yeah.
find out later that that's the case. So
Because then he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just
But-
didn't want to be an embarrassment or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
yeah, but it seems like that because, and then he even like outright says like it was him,
Yeah.
and you're like, what the fuck?
What are you doing? Yeah.
But because that's what Gannon knows, that's what you would, as the viewer, would know.
Exactly,
Like as the
yeah.
audience. But yeah, this is so great. This scratched that itch again. Like I think we said that before for like this type of movie. I loved it. It
I
was
can't
so
imagine
great.
the budget on this movie was very
No.
big, but I really, really, really liked how stylized it was.
Me too.
The cinematography was really interesting. It was just like very dark, a lot of wide shots. You get a close-ups when you need the close-ups.
Yeah.
And I really liked this movie. Actually, I thought it was pretty
All
good.
the actors too. Like I know that like
Oh,
it's
they
not a
were
huge name
great.
cast, but
Yeah.
like they were all great. Keating looks exactly like a mini Michael Shannon, and it drove me absolutely insane.
He does, and he had like a lot of the same like even kind of ticks that like
Yeah.
you would expect from Michael Shannon. Like kind of hunched over a little bit, but he was great in that movie. He had a lot of great dialogue too. And Dale, who plays Gannon, he is an actor
Yeah.
who's typically in a lot of very heavy action movies.
Yeah.
Like I think whatever that Benghazi one, whatever, I forgot what it was called.
13
Yeah, 13 Hours or something. The one
Yeah.
with John Krasinski. He's in that movie. And I was really happy to see him do well in this movie. Like, he is sort of the device to move the plot forward. Like, when he finds out information, it's when we find out information,
Yeah.
or when, Keating is, like, telling his thing into the radio, and we see his point of view, like, fuck, he's lying.
Yeah.
And you sort of realize at the same time, he was great in this movie. Like, his dialogue
Yeah.
was great. His acting was great.
I loved him in Only the Brave with Josh Brolin.
Yes.
He was so good.
That
in that.
was a
Taylor
really-
Kitsch in that. Jennifer Connelly.
that
Like,
was a big cast, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked him, and this kind of just cemented that. Like, he's
Yeah.
such a good actor.
I
He
think I
reminds me a
was-
lot of what's his name, Ben Foster.
Ah, yeah. Sure.
Like good in movies that he's in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where you come away going, oh, I like them.
Yeah. Same.
But I was like, almost like glad, almost like proud in a way, like that he did well. Because
Yeah, same.
I like him. I
Yeah,
like him
same.
a lot, and it was kind of nice to see him do well in a movie like this, where it's almost entirely based on dialogue.
Yeah. There's like
99%
zero music in this too.
Yeah, and then
No
like
score.
the sound in the movie was cool. You just hear like
It's
them all
very
wearing
intentional.
big boots.
Yeah.
Kind of like, stomping around. Not really stomping, but like just so you can just hear them walking around and moving chairs and stuff and
when
flipping
the
through
phone
books and
when the phone goes off and you can hear that very
Yeah.
vividly, and it does kind of like
it
make
even
you
rings.
anxious too.
That was a cool moment because you hear it ringing
And it doesn't sound right.
and nobody like reacts to it, and you're like, oh, I think I hear a phone ringing, and then they all go, someone's phone's ringing.
yeah.
Like it felt very realistic in a way, but it was very well. It was like a very smart, I think, way of doing it. Anyway, I really like this movie. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too.
I really enjoyed the dialogue and the writing. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was intense when it needed to be.
Yes,
intense.
exactly. Well, it was mostly intense. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost entirely. What would you give it?
It's like 6.5 out of 7. Maybe
Yeah.
7 out of 7. Yeah. I really like this.
I thought it
This
was
is so good.
It does scratch that Taylor Sheridan like itch for me.
Yeah.
If it was that kind of
just
movie,
like, I think I just like these like crime like type movies.
Oh yeah, that's 100% your type of movie.
Yeah, so like this was right up my alley, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
It delivered for me.
I liked it a lot.
I chose it over Glass, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
6 out of 7.
Also on
me.
Google Movies or Google Play and YouTube.
Yeah.
Like that's where
So
it
it
got
wasn't
released.
on. We watched it because it came out on last Friday. So whatever that was, 19. No,
Yeah,
18,
we watched
sorry.
it. We watched it that day.
Yeah, the day it came out. But it's not on streaming. It's just on YouTube.
I think it's
or
on.
Google Play.
It's like a limited release in the U.S. too.
Yeah, it sounds
But
like.
yeah.
Oh yeah, so we're Canadian, so we have like
Yeah.
more limited options. But 6 out of 7 for me.
Yeah. So
I quite
good.
liked it. I
Yeah.
thought it was good.
I really liked it.
Nice.
Yeah, George, what would you give it?
Out of 7?
Yeah,
Yeah, for me it was probably 6 out of 7.
6 out of
Yeah.
7. Nice.
Yeah.
It's all the drama that I want from the movie.
True.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Surprise twist ending. Oh yeah.
That ending got me. Yeah.
That was a good ending.
And it's so well played out. You are not expecting that, even though they
No.
dropped the hint.
Yeah.
You
That,
know,
like,
about him
weird
looking
side
at
thing.
that, yeah, like his past.
The flashback.
And the reason why he left, the force. It's still it's not until the very last couple minutes of the movie that everything just falls into place. And
Yeah.
that's
And it's
kind of
literally.
the sign of a well
Yeah.
executed movie.
And it's literally the last few minutes. Like,
Yeah.
even after they all get shot, then you're sort of like, what the fuck? Like, oh, this is
Yeah.
crazy. And then he goes like, okay, debrief Noah or something like that. And
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck? And
It-
then you start realizing what happened.
Because, like, I mean, right up until that moment, we were all guessing who it was, and we kept thinking it was not Gannon, but the other guy.
I did guess Noah. I do.
Yeah, you did guess.
Pew, pew, pew.
But we were all, like, right up until the end trying to figure out
Yeah,
still
well, I was
who it
blindly
was.
guessing. Yeah.
Blindly guessing, because, like, it was, like, could have been either, like, 4 of them or, like, one guy or whatever.
Yeah, because it seemed like they were focusing so much on 3 of them.
Yes.
And then not the other ones, and you're going like, okay, well, they're doing this very intentionally.
Because
Seven
and then there's
of
that scene
them.
of Morris like packing up, and he's like got another gun, and you're like, oh well, if he
Yeah,
did
and
the
you're going
original
like,
one,
shit.
wouldn't he just have that gun?
Yeah,
But yeah,
stuff like that.
good movie.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend.
Oh, another thing is when Noah's outside chained to the fence, he's not at all worried about the fact that there's a cop.
I thought about that after too,
Yeah.
and like, yeah, it's very intentionally
In
done.
hindsight, you're like, oh, that's why.
Like, how did he not see him? And you're going like, oh, he did see him. He just didn't do anything.
He just didn't do
about it.
anything.
Yeah,
He was looking right at him too. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Shit, yeah, good point.
Any last remarks?
No.
Okay, that has been Twin Speaks First Watch First Listen of The Standoff at Sparrow Creek, directed and written by Henry Dunham. Yeah, catch us on Instagram at Twin Speaks Pod. We're pretty active on there, actually. Not bad. I'm mostly.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You can catch me on Twitter at kidcom_. Andrew is on social media at Andemonium. Yeah, that's it, right?
That's it.
Cool. Thanks for listening. Bye.
3 weeks in a row, baby.
Baby.